back onto the front of our pewter on our semi-soft surface. So the second last design is the one where we just do the frame, flatten around, and then we do the detail lines from the front, the same manner as we did this last one here. So I made a little mistake here. I went with my Teflon tip over my frame. So before I continue, I'm just going to fix that by removing our liner. And I'm going to flatten that area first so that I can raise it up. Now I'm going to go back onto the liner. And I'm going to draw in the outside frame. Now we can flatten outside and inside our frame. Then we can flatten the inside as well. So I've got a little bit of a bump here from maybe a particle, a dust particle. So I'm just going to turn my pewter upside down and I'm just going to remove it from the back and then flatten that little bump again from the front. Now we can repeat our detail lines. So we go back onto our liner, our semi-soft surface, and we do our detail lines from the front using a medium pressure. So now we can turn our pewter upside down so that we can raise these two little sections. So on the back of our pewter, on our soft surface, I'm first going to use the paper stump. It's going to be a little bit of height on the frame. And then with my hands, I'm going to do a little bit of height on the bigger section. These are very soft pressure. I'm not pressing very hard. I don't want to see any lines from the front. And then we can turn our pewter back to the front so that we can flatten the area around again. And then we can tidy up. And we have one more section to do. Then we are done with our wings. Okay, so for the last one, these are a couple of curvy designs. From the front of our pewter, on our semi-soft surface, there's two little circles and then two curvy designs. So I'm first going to draw in the two curvy designs, or the two circles. I'm going to do that freehand because I've got so little space to work with and I've got a lot of raised area around. We can remove our pewter from our semi-soft surface and then we can flatten. And then we can tidy up with the Teflon tool. And then we can tidy up and define. Then we can continue to add the detail lines. So back onto our pewter. I'm going to do the first curvy design. And then we do the second one on the other side. And then we have to flatten. So we remove our liner. And then we can tidy up with the Teflon tool. So in this part you need to be very careful. So I'm working mostly with the tip of my Teflon tool. Then we can now continue with the next curvy design. So back onto our semi-soft surface on the front of our pewter. And then we can flatten. And then we can tidy up again with the Teflon tool. Okay, so now we can add a little bit of a detail line from the back on the curvy designs. So I'm going to use a very soft pressure because I don't want to destroy all of this beautiful height that I've got here. So with a very soft pressure, and again, as you can see, I'm always supporting my pewter on the one side of my hand. Now we can flatten again. So back onto the front. And then we can define and tidy up. And then we can define. Now we can do the frame around. So back onto our semi-soft surface. So I'm going to first do the inside frame. Then onto our hard surface so that we can flatten. Okay, so now we can add a little bit of height from the back. So first I'm going to use the paper stump to add a little bit of height on the frame. And then we can add a little bit of height with our hand. So back onto the front. There we go. So now I'm just going to tidy up and flatten all around my Firefly before we're going to continue with the tail part. So now we're going to continue with the tail.